Welcome everyone to the inaugural GG2 Women of Colour Conference.
The sad reality is that Black and Asian women face more barriers to advancement than most other employees. It is incumbent on leaders of large organisations to do more to redress this imbalance and tackle head-on the very real inequities women of colour face in the workplace.
It feels like wearing a constricted jacket where you're being sort of pulled in and not allowed to fully be who you are. Whereas racial discrimination cuts deep on a very different level, because it feels with that, there is nothing you can do.
But diversity in itself is a number, it's a measure. It doesn't mean anything unless we really include that diversity and ensure that diverse population has an equal voice, has equal opportunities.
But we also need a place where we can re-energize, get rebuilt up, because sometimes things happen which knock our confidence, and to be able to get back in the room. So I think that have those cheerleaders that you can trust, that you can run through conversations with, and when you're not getting the traction you need to be not the only one fighting your own cause.
The only woman of colour in a room. How do you deal with that? What would be your advice?
I think you have to realize that you have a seat at the table for a reason, right? So be yourself and contribute as you would otherwise. Don't let that hinder you in any way or make you feel less, for sitting at the table. In fact, embrace it.
June mentioned it earlier, the more senior you get in your career, the easier it is to be yourself. And I think that's very, very true. But then I do also encourage a lot of my team to be yourself from day one, because actually that's when you're going to give the best in what you do.
It's really important to have the help of sponsors who believe in you and who will give you opportunities, and you will find those. And I think that the main thing is to not give up, not it's difficult not to take it personally, but know who you are, know what you're about, and keep at it.
And if you're not in that space in that moment, then having those people around you, whether they are mentors, whether they're role models, but people, and I'm going to use the word humans that care enough to invest in fueling others' self-belief, to support that person's fulfillment.
Being blind helps in many ways because I can't see, and I can't see sometimes facial expressions and body language and all these kind of things, right? And that has helped me be more of my true self. But again, that's a very technical thing. But at the end of the day, people need to really take a step back and reflect, how has these narratives impacted how you see your identities, and how can you turn those identities into something positive, into something that you embrace and that you love?
It has to be led from the top. There has to be a commitment and an openness to say, we are going to create an inclusive workplace, and we're going to do that by being leaders that understand the challenges that different people may face, and have open conversations to realize what we need to do to ensure that people have a sense of belonging.